about Tony's ass?
Tony Walker, who's a friend of mine.
Tony Walker in the house. Yes. Tony Walker. I like Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker's really good. Tony Walker's all right too.
Tony Walker, stand up, Tony.
Tuesday nights with Tony.
What's so funny? He's laughing at me. He's back. He's back, and he's already laughing at me. Hi there. It's Tuesday night, so that means it's time for Tuesday Night with Tony. It is not time for This Is Us. You got that on your DVR and you're on demand and whatever else you got. Watch that later or tomorrow or over the weekend or whatever. Who cares? This is live. This is more fun. You're not going to cry on that show. All right. Well, speaking of crying, though, I'm going to get the sad stuff out of the way first, okay? I'm going to get that out of the way. We're back. We're back in the basement here with the big screen, making all sorts of mistakes on the computer. All right, so I'm getting the sad stuff out of the way first. This past week, we lost a dear friend of mine. That's Robin Price. She passed away suddenly from, she had a clot that was traveling and, of course, didn't know she had it, so it got her instantly and suddenly. And, yeah, she graduated high school with me, so very dear friend, very great, just a great, friendly person. Everybody who knew her loved her. So I just wanted to dedicate the show to her, and just shocked, very shocked. It's very weird, not even 50, and we've lost a lot of classmates over there in Hicksville, a lot of people that graduated in the mid to late 80s. We seem to have lost a lot of them lately. It's very sad. So just want to dedicate tonight's show to Robin. All right? All right. Okay. But on to bigger and better things. Like I said, we're back in the basement. We haven't been here in a while. We got the screen back. We got the old setup back. We got your comments. Let's see. Bobby Donnie was watching. Trump couldn't compete with you, so he's not back tonight. That's right. Even he knows. Brian Festa, thank you so much, Brian. Brian, I promise you're going to be a future guest. Would love to talk. You know, legs with you. Would love to talk. You know what? Oh, speaking of that. Speaking of legs, I'm just going to mention quick. This is my socket. For those of you who, you know, don't have amputated legs and don't know what this is the part that what's left of your leg sits in, right? And then the prosthetic leg is here. So this is almost like, I was going to say this is like the knee, but it's not. But the knee of the prosthetic leg, you know, sorry. So, yeah, so the prosthetic kind of meets that, right? I'm showing you this because I always get, we get new legs all the time. And this isn't like a one-size-fits-all. It's custom-made for each patient. So this is one of mine, but I get them redone all the time. And I always say that this is my tattoo, right? I hope you can see it. It's a Mets emblem. Let me know if you can see it. I'm sorry, just looking at your comments. So yeah, it's a Mets emblem, and this is what I always get on my legs when I get a new one. I've been an amputee now since 2005, so I always get Mets. But this time next week, I will be showing you something different. I'm getting a new socket Monday, and I'm getting something new first time I'm doing something different than Mets. I'm getting a brand new tattoo, and it's a little crazy. And you're gonna laugh. I think you're gonna like it. So I'm gonna show that to you guys hopefully next week. It should be ready. So I'm gonna show that to you next week. Brian Festa, I hope you appreciate it. Brian, tell me what you have. What's on your socket, Brian? Do you have anything? Do you have a tattoo? All right, let me just check comments really quick. Bobby says, "What's up?" Hi, Sherry. Sherry, the game was good. I didn't really see too much of it. For those of you who missed it earlier, about an hour ago, I guess it was, I went live. I was at Adelphi College watching their basketball game, but it didn't start till 7:30. I had to leave there at 8 so I can come back here and get ready. So I didn't really see much. But Sammy stayed with her mom, and they watched some of the game, and that's what's important. So who else is here? Matt Grice is watching. Oh, Frank is watching. Frank, hope you're feeling better. Frank is still. That's actually the theme of today's show. We're gonna just give you updates on some of our past guests and talk about our show. That was awful. Frank is. I don't know what's going on. He's still laid up and getting tests and seeing doctors and. Yeah. So hopefully he's feeling better. Did I see Les Deegan is watching? I think I saw that. Peter Scala is watching. Good old Captain Jack. My Uncle Joe is watching. Hi, Uncle Joe. Melissa Boileau is watching. Melissa Boileau is watching. Every Sunday morning at 10 a.m., Melissa and her husband Teddy, they do a Billy Joel radio show, WVOA. You can go to the internet and listen live. So if you're a Billy Joel fan, you got nothing to do on Sunday mornings, you're not going to church, you're just sitting around eating breakfast, turn on Melissa's show. She's the best. She's a lot of fun. She's cool. Love her show. So check her out. It's called Songs from the Attic. So if you can't find the radio station, just Google Songs from the Attic radio show, and you will find her. Hey, Les Deegan's watching. Les Deegan, actually, it's on my list of things to talk about. Les Deegan, talking about past guests. Les Deegan, who has been on our show and has sat right in this chair right here. Les Deegan hosts an open mic comedy night every Monday night at the Belmore Bean Cafe. And he's very good with up-and-coming people or people that just want to try it. So if you're up-and-coming or if you're, maybe toyed with the idea of wanting to do stand-up but never had the guts, get over there to see Les. Plus, Les himself, I just can't say enough great things about Les. He's just a joy to watch. Great personality. He sings. Just a very engaging guy, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. So that's Les. I know there are some Mondays he doesn't host it, so check his Facebook page or maybe check the Belmore Bean. But I think it's 3 out of 4 Mondays a month Les is there, but double check that. So thanks for watching, Les. Jackie McDonald is watching. Matt Grice. This is so interesting. Thanks, Bobby. Brian. Oh, Brian, you just became an amputee in 2012. All right, Brian. I definitely gotta figure out how to work the technology so we can do like the split screen and I can talk to you and we can compare stump stories. That'll be the theme of that night. Stump stories. Paul Fox. Let's go Mets. Walking in style. That's right. Cheering on those losers. I don't know what they're doing over there. Rich Gentile is watching. Wow, that's an old friend. Donna Smith Weston is watching as always. You're getting a picture of me and you're like, no, Bobby, I have a tattoo of your face on my ass so I can always sit on your face. Peter, yes, the Mets got a new third baseman, but, just like any Mets in Mets fashion, they get, they sign somebody who's past his prime. So I don't know. I don't think it's such a big deal, personally. Yes, please keep hitting the hearts and likes and sharing the video and tell all your friends and spread the word so I can be rich and famous from this show. You're supposed to turn the lights on when you make a video? What's a video, Bobby? Check your typing. What do you mean turn the lights on? The lights are on. Are the lights, is it dark? Oh, it is kind of, maybe a little dark. But I'm blocking the light. I'm holding my phone here, so I'll hold my phone over this way. Maybe that'll be better. I don't know. Brian, you never had anything put on your socket. Why not? Yeah, you got to get. You got to. Oh, you airbrush? Yeah, maybe you paint one yourself. That'd be cool. Bobby says hi to Frank. Andy Kohlmeyer's watching. Tammy Jo Hurt Pendergast is watching. Brian, you change your sockets every 3 to 5 years. I don't know. Up here, they tell us you should do it more than that, every 2 years. I don't know. I guess it depends on insurance, too. Craig Frierson is watching. Pan Murkoff is watching in England. I love that. Lisa Rengrella is watching. Hello, Lisa. Paul is watching. Kim Stanley's watching. Nice. And Kim Quaid Jansen? I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. That's cool. Nice to see you guys. Glad you're with us. Okay. First things first, before I get to other stuff, like I said, we're back in the basement. We're back in front of the screen. If you haven't watched in a while, or if you're not familiar, this is usually our setup. But lately, past probably 4 to 6 weeks, we haven't been here. We've been traveling and doing the show in other places. Even next week and the week after, we won't be here. But tonight we're here. So you know what that means. This high-tech, futuristic studio of ours is actually my basement. And we do the show with an iPad, and I look at your comments on my phone, and there's just a little light. So it's really not very high-tech. It's actually pretty Flintstone, prehistoric. However, we're still having fun, and that's all that counts. But when we're here, in my house, in the basement, my one and only, my number one guy, he sits right next to me. Every week for the past, I don't know, whatever it's been, 4 to 6 weeks, at least one person comments, "Where's Zach? Where's Zach?" Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Zach is back. The Zach attack is back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Zach. Zach is going to come sit right here. Freaky as always. Some things just never change. Yes, it is really him. It's not just, somebody putting on a mask pretending to be him. And I have no idea what this is. The chicken or rooster and gloves. I have no idea. Are you going to explain what this is about, or is this going to be all night like this? Are you not going to speak at all night? No. Oh, it's coming off.
I'm here.
He's there. I told you, it's really him. Ah!
This is the real.
I know, that's why I screamed. Look, it's actually not Zach. It's Elvis. Look at these sideburns.
By the way, this high-tech, futuristic setup here was all my idea.
It was.
Back in August.
Back in August. August 22nd. We've been doing the show almost every Tuesday since. We've missed, I think, two or three. This is actually our 23rd episode, so I don't know whether that matters. But yeah, this is our 23rd episode. It's nice to have Zach back. Yes, this prehistoric, limited funds, limited budget. So Zach put this all together. Nice job, pal. Zach is here. How are you?
Pretty good.
What's with the gloves?
They're comfortable. Feel them.
Well, I'm sure they're comfortable. I don't have to feel them, but aren't they hot?
You do realize it's winter, right?
Yeah, but we're inside, and when you're inside, you have, what's called a thermostat.
I think it's been made very clear that in this house you keep the basement very, very cold.
I'm sweating.
How? You always sweat. He sweats in when it's snowing outside. But, that's why he keeps the basement cold. So, for someone like me who's always cold when there's a heat wave.
You are?
Yeah, I'm just like Mom. I'm really. He's always hot. I'm always cold. So.
Slushy boy. Yeah, that I actually got a lot of comments. That video where you jumped in the snow.
Oh yeah.
I actually got a lot of response on that. Which I don't know why. I didn't think anything of it, but yeah, I had a lot of people tell me they enjoyed that.
Wait.
And the Weather Channel.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Somehow, yeah, I never found it. The Weather Channel somehow found that video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the big snowstorm we had here in New York, what was that, a month ago?
Yeah.
Give or take. When we got hit with like a foot of snow. we were outside shoveling. I went live, and I was just talking about shoveling and people that were blocking our driveway from getting plowed, and this guy, you know, he jumped up on the railing by the stairs and decided to jump off into snow. I didn't think it was much of anything, but a lot of people thought it was funny. A lot of people enjoyed it, and somehow the Weather Channel saw that video, and they contacted me and said they'd like to show the video of Zach jumping in the snow. So I said, yeah, sure. Weather Channel people.
What Weather Channel was it again?
The Weather Channel. That's the
That was
name
the
of the
name?
channel. It's called the Weather Channel. I mean, I think you Googled, I think the website is weather.com, but it's the Weather Channel on TV. Why do you look confused?
Because I want to find it.
Oh. I guess, yeah, if you want to do the research now, maybe you can, but it's, like I said, it's been probably a month. People are saying, what's up, Zach? Bobby Donahue. Pam, hi, Tony, love your show, but I need my sleep more. Totally understand, Pam. It's like, what, 2 a.m. in England? Go to bed. Watch us tomorrow, Pam. Thank you so much.
Someone's not dedicated to our show.
Bobby Donahue, August 22nd was the best episode. Sure. No, it was. It was a lot of fun because Bobby was here. Scott Crosby's watching. Hello, Scott. I was referring to his working at 7-Eleven, Brian. Oh, Slushy Boy.
Because I remember when I was still here, they were saying Slushy Boy because I worked at 7-Eleven.
I thought he was talking about snow. But yeah, Slushy Boy, yeah, because he works at 7-Eleven. Okay. How's that going?
Pretty good. These two guys started working there, but one of them quit.
Oh, really? Who?
I mean, should I say his
Well, just first name.
Eric?
Oh.
And he owed me $10.
Oh, what the?
No, so like his first week there, he asked me if he could borrow like $10. I was like, sure. He said that he'll like pay me back when like he gets his first paycheck. So, but like I never like see him when I'm on. Like we're always on working like different days. So I went in probably like 2 weeks ago, as he was working. Like I was just gonna ask for like $10 back, and I see my coworker there who normally doesn't work there in the day. He normally works in the night. And I was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Eric quit." I was like, "What?" So yeah, that's $10 I'll never get back. But
Damn, Eric.
I mean,
Screw
Andre
that.
knows him, so maybe
Oh, yeah?
maybe I could tell him to hit me up.
We'll send some of our heavy hitters over to collect that $10 with points. Oh, you got the money?
Who do you know that are heavy hitters?
Oh, hey.
I mean, if they're as chubby as you are and as one-legged as you are,
As
Then-
one-legged as you are.
as appendage missing as you are, then I don't know if
That's
they
my
can be considered heavy hitters.
college-bound son. As one-legged as
College,
you are.
that college has actually been calling me nonstop though.
Oh, yeah? Why?
I know, because I applied there, and you know they want kids to go to their school. I want to go to their school. Perfect match.
I have not owed Bobby Donahue $10 since 1981. Bobby Donahue owes me $10 for being his friend. Matt Grice, now the juice is running on that $10. Exactly. There's points on that. This kid's got to pay up. Make sure they wear gloves, no evidence. There you go. Hello, Kim Hirschneider. Hello there. Nice to see you. Well, sort of. All right, so let's talk a little bit. What'd you guys... thank you for commenting so far. I like getting a lot of... I want to watch that because we're on a delay, so I want to see what if you made the screen blurry. Oh, all right, good. Okay. Cancellation fee. What are we talking about, Jeff? Cancellation fee. Jeff, you postponed me, pal. Jeff Siegel was supposed to be our guest this week. He's going to give us a nice tour of the space. If you're from around here, or maybe you're not from around here, but you may be familiar with the space. It's a theater in Westbury, a great theater in Westbury, for concerts and shows. Great acoustics, nice, comfortable seating. Just a great atmosphere. Bar right there, right in the in the room where the show takes place. What do you seat there, Jeff? Maybe 1,000, 1,200, maybe. But it's not too big, not too small. They get great names, great people there. Steve Winwood plays there a lot. I saw David Crosby there recently. And the Lords of 52nd Street are coming there February 23rd. The Lords of 52nd Street, I talk about them every week. It's Liberty DeVito, Russell Javers, and Richie Cannata, three guys that used to play with Billy Joel. They played on all the big hits. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, New York State of Mind, all the big hits. These guys are on them. And so they now go around playing the songs that they're known for. Playing the piano and singing is our friend, the one and only David Clark, who was a guest on our show like a month or so ago. David handles the Billy Joel parts. They're just fantastic. But the reason I bring it up is because not only are we excited about next week, about the show, getting a little tour of the place and hanging out with Jeff, we're excited about the show because it's a great band, especially here on Long Island, because everybody loves Billy Joel. But also because at the space they have a little bar area, not too big, maybe holds, I don't know, maybe 100 people. And it's called the Lounge. It's just a little bar, and it's got couches and some tables, and it's a great little place to hang out. And they bring in local bands and whatnot to play at a little stage in the corner. But that night when the Lords of 52nd Street are playing, Knock 'em Dead Comedy, Knock 'em Dead Comedy is going to do a little game show that night. We're going to do a little Billy Joel rock and roll trivia. We have a little podium with, buzzers and a digital scoreboard and microphone. And we're going to, have a little trivia challenge and test your hat at rock and roll trivia, spotlighting Billy Joel. It'll be a lot of fun. I don't know if there's prizes or anything like that. I don't think so. It's just bragging rights and, make whoever you're facing off against buy you a drink or something so everybody gets nice and drunk and spends their money. So Knock 'em Dead Comedy will be there that night doing a little game show action for you before the show starts. So we're very excited about that, very appreciative of Jeff, and looking forward to getting into the space next week for a little tour, unless he postpones us again. In that case, we'll have to, after the guys collect the $10 for Zach, then maybe they pay Jeff a visit over there at the space.
Just make sure that they're not appendage locking.
There you go. Let's see what some of the comments are. Oh, there's a whole bunch. Matt Grice has experience collecting cash from deadbeats. Just ask Dan Devine. There's more. I collected the cash he laid out for his neighbors when he bought Woodstock 94 tickets. All right. I think I remember Dan Devine. He was a Hicksville guy, right? Give me a name, Matt Grice. All right. Wow, Matt Grice has issues. You owe everyone who watches this show $10. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You owe your son $10 too, because I haven't killed myself yet.
You get the tour.
Keep me alive.
You get the tour of the bathrooms. Everyone else gets the theater, and probably get a mop too, right? It holds 1,500. All right, still, that doesn't look that big, but that's a good thing. It's a great, intimate atmosphere. Laura Donahue says hello to Zach. Steve Woodman owes you $10. Susan Mandel Goldstein is watching. Hello, Sue. Marianne Stone is watching. Thank you, Marianne, for not watching This Is Us. Watch it later. That was actually one thing I wanted to get to. Oh, Frank Walker is playing the space on March 8th for the Concert of Bangladesh Revisited. That's like a George Harrison tribute concert that Frank is playing with a bunch of other local bands. And actually some guys from Wings, the band Paul McCartney had in the 70s. They actually make special appearances. Some other people, I think Marshall Crenshaw, if anybody remembers him, I think he plays there too. But it's mostly, local guys, Wonder Stories and bands like that. Frank, of course. And they're doing a George Harrison thing on March 8th. I think Frank is working his way back to health so he can make that show.
Just pass out on stage.
And if you do, make sure it's on video. So speaking of This Is Us, what'd you guys think of the Super Bowl? Good game, very good game. Some good commercials. What was your favorite commercial? What'd you think of the game? I thought it was a very exciting game. What's his name? The announcer, Chris Collinsworth. He even called it when the quarterback Foles, when he made the catch. just before the first half was over. You know, when he scored the touchdown there, that just set the tone for the rest of the game. You knew you knew the Eagles were going to take it. Congratulations to all you Philly fans, Carl Wooden, and all my Philadelphia friends. Congratulations. But yeah, very exciting game. You still thought the Patriots were going to come back, because they always do, and even the Hail Mary at the end, big suspenseful moment. So that was kind of cool. And what were your commercials? You didn't watch. However, you did see the Solo trailer on the internet, on YouTube. My personal favorite commercial was the Eli Manning, which I think was most people's favorite, dancing around.
I like the one with Peter Dinklage and Morgan Freeman.
Oh, I didn't even see that. What was that about?
They're having I think Peter Dinklage has some sort of Doritos bag.
Peter who?
Dinklage,
Who's that?
He's the midget guy.
Oh.
In Game
Okay.
of Thrones.
Yeah, I know him.
He's
I didn't know his
in
name.
Infinity War.
Okay.
Yeah, he ate Doritos, but it was one of the spicy ones, and everything turned to fire around him, and he started singing some song. But it wasn't his voice; it was the actual voice of the singer who sings the song. I don't remember what song. But then Morgan Freeman, he drank Mountain Dew or something, and everything turned to ice, and he started singing a song. I don't know, I thought it was cool.
Bobby says the Tide commercials were the best parts.
Yeah, that's right. I saw those too.
What was that? Refresh my memory. I don't remember.
Wait, it was something I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. Oh yeah, they were making fun of other commercials, you don't watch the show, but Stranger Things. There's this sheriff, and they got the actor that plays the sheriff to be in the commercials, right? So they were making fun of other commercials, like when you see a car commercial, usually it would show a car driving down some highway, and then you saw him in the car, right? And they were he's this isn't a car commercial, it's a Tide commercial. And then all of a sudden there was a Tide Pod.
Yeah, I saw the Crocodile Dundee one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and there was another one with Mr. Clean. Yeah, all sorts of ones. I think one with Alexa in it.
Oh yeah, I think I may have saw that. And Laura Donahue says Timberlake was the best part. Did you see that?
No.
The halftime show?
I heard that the halftime show wasn't that good.
It was good. I mean, Timberlake is good. I like him. And the halftime, I mean, it was good, but it was very conservative. He didn't take any chances. The part with Prince was really cool. I love that. But other than that,
I thought Prince was dead.
Prince is dead, but they did a little. They had held up a giant screen and projected Prince, and Timberlake sang along with that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was. It was really cool, and I'm a big Prince fan, so I really enjoyed that. But other than that, it wasn't. I mean, I thought when he went into the crowd, into the seats and was singing, that was cool. But excuse me, other than that, I didn't think there was anything. It was good, but it wasn't. To me, it wasn't an exciting Super Bowl halftime show. Springsteen was exciting. McCartney was. I mean, McCartney. Nobody's up on McCartney's level, but he was exciting. I thought the Who was exciting. Even Prince, when Prince did it a few years back, and he brought out Beyonce, that was good. It was exciting. This was, I don't know, I just thought it was okay. I was actually shocked that he didn't bring what's his name out and for the two of them to do Dick in a Box. To me, that would have made it. That would have made it a great halftime show if they did Dick in a Box together. But who am I? I'm sitting in the basement talking to an iPad. What do I know? Okay, so you look like a Timberlake fan. Where did you? Never mind.
I'm actually shocked that you don't hate Timberlake. I feel like you hate all the modern day celebrities.
I hate modern day celebrities.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Like who?
Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman.
They're not modern day. They're washed up.
Talking about they're still in movies.
Yeah, well, and Jackman's latest movie tanked. It didn't went nowhere. Other than
still, so I'm just saying. You
other than X-Men, the
Matthew
guy is in nothing.
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey sucks. Matthew McConaughey sucks. The guy can't act for nothing, and he just acts like a stupid little goober in everything he does. All right, all right, all right, all right. Ugh, give me a break. Give me
Alright,
a
so
break.
who's a modern day actor that you do like?
A modern day actor that I do like. Is Matt Damon modern?
Well, he's he's still like he's modern
he-
now, but I
he-
mean like he did come about like before before modern time. So yeah.
He's been around. Christian Bale's been around just as long as he has. In fact, I think Bale might have actually been in movies first. Because Bale started making movies when he was like a teenager. What was that movie, that Disney musical that he did a long time ago? It wasn't that good. What the hell was the name of that movie? Phone's ringing.
Yes, sir.
Go see who it is. Sunday Night with Tony should be next year's halftime show.
Philadelphia, PA.
Go ahead, answer it and put it on speaker. Let's see who it is.
Hello.
Oh, never mind. Hang it up.
How was that?
It's a fax. Yes, Sunday Night with Tony for halftime should be the halftime show. And it's funny you say that, Bobby, because I did receive an email from my friend Patrick Mackey just a little while ago, where he was on some website where votes were being tallied for who should be next year's halftime show. I think there should be a very exciting halftime show with a little cameo by a funny guy with one leg that can come in there and make the crowd laugh a little bit, and then go back to the music. That'll shake things up a little bit, change things up, and make it a little more interesting. I think a great halftime show, Van Halen. Now that would be a halftime show with both singers, with Hagar and Roth. That would be an awesome halftime show. Little special appearance by Sunday Night with Tony and the Gloved Wonder. That's a halftime show for you right there. Bobby Sen. I was hoping for another titty expose. When did we have a titty expose? There you go. There's a titty expose from a minor. There you go, Bobby. Don't go making fun of washed up actors. You're in your basement talking to an iPad. I know I said that already. Tony loves David Duchovny. Another guy I hate. Can't stand David Duchovny. Can't stand Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, I get. He used to be like an Oscar actor. Then he became a really weird actor. Then he tried to go back to Oscar. And then he just felt that being weird was better.
The best movie ever made was Raising Arizona. That's a good Nicolas Cage movie. All right, speaking of Bobby Sen.
How do you raise a state?
Since we said it was going to be an update show on our past guests, Bobby Sen, if you're in the area of good old Hicksville, Thursday night, two nights from now, Bobby Sen, the Lerner and Sen Emotional Awareness, they're giving a seminar. I guess would be called a seminar? Bobby, help me out here. Help me explain this better. But you're making an appearance Thursday night at Hicksville High School. Good old Hicksville High School. Yeah, this Thursday, February 8th at 7 o'clock. Bobby Sen and Dr. Mark Lerner. Mark Lerner, fantastic doctor, helps you deal with emotional crisis, helps you deal with, I guess, post-traumatic syndrome. Bobby's been working with him for years. I briefly worked with him. And they're going out as a team, Bobby telling his 9/11 stories, and Mark with his professional advice, and they make appearances, they give lectures, they put on little acts. But Bobby, help me out. Explain what this night is about and why Hicksville. I know there's been some tragedies in Hicksville lately. I believe there was a girl hit by a train or something. Forgive me for not getting that right. But if Bobby, feel free to comment and tell us what. It's a live interactive program. Oh, Bobby, the Titty Show. He's talking about Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson. Yeah, she should have made an appearance with no wardrobe malfunctions. All right. Partial reenactment of a session and how to cope with life's challenges. Oh, so it's like that show that I saw you guys do a few years ago, Bobby? Is that what this is? Because that's what that was. Bobby goes in. It's basically the setting is like a therapist's office, and Bobby's coming in for his appointment. Bobby having some real life experiences from 9/11, so he addresses that, like in his session. So so you're just watching one of their sessions, and Dr. Lerner just gives it his advice and helps Bobby deal with it. And then eventually they break the fourth wall and address the audience, and they show how well it's helped Bobby, eventually, kind of get through it, and which allows him to now say he's okay. So and now trying to help others through whatever it is they've gone through. So so it's this Thursday, February 8th at 7 p.m. at good old Hicksville High School. Check out Bobby Sen. Speaking of Hicksville, some other past guests. A few weeks ago, we had six or seven guys that I graduated high school with. The Hicksville High School 30th reunion is in July. Make sure you get your tickets. What's so funny? Oh, make sure you get your tickets. If you went to Hicksville and you're even a surrounding class, mid to late 80s, early 90s, come on down anyway. George Kasubis is selling tickets. Come on down. Let's make it just a great, big, fun party. George has asked me to do a game show there as well. So I'll be asking some Hicksville-related trivia questions. Please, if you're attending and you have some thoughts or some ideas for questions or subjects, something about Hicksville, maybe you want to make fun of a teacher or something, we can do that. So send me what you got, and we'll turn it into questions. We'll have the little fun playing a little game show. Also, speaking of Hicksville, another past guest we had was Joe Scalia, a former teacher from Hicksville, a man that was very much loved in Hicksville. Never heard a bad word about him. Everybody who had him loved having him. He was one of those cool teachers. He had the long hair and tie-dye shirts and played records in his, in the class. He was just a really, really cool guy. Joe has written some books. He sells some paintings. He writes poems. I am going to brag a little bit. When Joe appeared on our show, he was promoting a brand new book that he had put out. UFSD 71, was that the name of it? I hope I got that right. Either way, after he appeared on our show, within a day or two, he sold 30 books because he was singing right here on this show. So I'm bragging a little bit. Pat me on the back. I didn't say spank me. I just said hit. Okay.
If it was a spank, it'd be on your ass.
Well, not necessarily. Let's see. A little at first part, and then more engaged with the audience. I saw that. Free admission for Bobby's show, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Free admission Thursday. Where is it being held? I said Hicksville High School. Damn it. All right. So that's Bobby. That's Joe. Let's see what else we got here. Other past guests. Teresa Belden. That's good. Let's see. Who else we got here? Oh, here we go. Oh, you know what? We got another Hicksville alumni. Another former guest. Kurt Knapp, ladies and gentlemen.
Wasn't he on the show?
Kurt Knapp was, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing updates.
That's right.
I'm doing updates on former guests. I don't really have much to say on Kurt. I haven't seen him actually lately, but just to tell you that, he's a photographer. So if you need some great photos taken, in fact, I've hired Kurt in the past to take some photos for me and Knock 'em Dead Comedy. This is a recent photo that Kurt took of some guy proposing to his girlfriend. I have no idea who they are or what they're doing, or if she even said yes. But this is the work of Kurt. It's a cool picture. So look up Kurt and hire him for photography.
You just saw like a random couple doing that, and he was like, "Oh, let me be a creep and just."
Bobby, the reunion is at the Huntington Hilton, July 21st.
You're not invited though.
Yes, you are. Why are you being mean to everybody? Let's see, what else we got?
That's the only thing I'm good at.
Oh, no, that's not true. All right, we're going to talk about the one and only,
David Brown.
the one and only Elio Pace, another former guest. Elio came all the way from England with his lovely, lovely, lovely better half, Amy. They came all the way here from England just to be on our show. I'm going with that. Elio's got a ton of stuff going on. If you're in England or if you're going to be in England sometime this year, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to see Elio, which I highly advise you do. I've had a few opportunities to see Elio here in New York and in England, and just other than being, you know, one of my best friends and just a classy guy, he puts on one hell of a show. Here's a poster here. He's doing some shows in May with David Brown. David Brown, like I mentioned, with the Lords of 52nd Street, who played with Billy Joel and all the hits. David Brown was also a part of that. He's not in the Lords of 52nd Street, but he's going to go join Elio throughout the month of May. And they're going to do the whole Glass Houses album. Did that come out right? The Glass Houses album. They're going to perform that in its entirety, and the whole Innocent Man album in its entirety. And I'm sure they're going to throw in a couple of hits, you know, some bonus hits too. Should be a lot of fun seeing that show. David Brown, who's in Massachusetts, so if you're in the Massachusetts area, go check him out. But he'll be in England for the month of May, touring with Elio. Elio, in July, he's going to be doing a tour of where he's doing an Elvis show, which is fantastic too. I've seen some video. He did a couple of concerts like that last year. Looks like a really just like a fun show. So go check that out if you're in England in July, or if you're in England in the fall. Elio will be back doing his Billy Joel Songbook show, where he does a bunch of Billy Joel hits and explains their origins, and basically Elio. The theme of the show is Elio explaining why he feels Billy Joel is one of the best songwriters in American history. So, and that's the show that I've seen, just phenomenal. So, if you're in England in the fall, you can see that. So that's, oh, and I mentioned Thursday for Bobby Sen, but also Thursday, Elio turns the big 5-0. So be sure to wish Elio a happy birthday on Thursday, the big 5-0, bald and beautiful. Just like me. Let's see. So yeah, so that's Elio. That's what's happening with him. Of course, that leads me to our... Oh, all right, I don't have it. That leads me to our other Billy Joel guy, David Clark, who I mentioned before. David Clark has some special show dates coming up. As I said, he's playing with the Lords of 52nd Street, July 23rd at the Space, where Knockin' Dead Comedy is opening. Yeah, but you know, go check out David with the Lords. The Lords are just fantastic. And check out David Clark's website. He's, you know, he plays all over the place. Whether it's the Lords, whether it's his other Billy Joel tribute act called Songs in the Attic featuring David Clark, or his Sting tribute band, which is called, wait for it, it's called Every Breath You Fake, because it's a tribute, Every Breath You Fake instead of Every Breath You Take. Yeah. They play all over the place, so look out for that. But again, sticking with the Billy Joel theme, if you're a big Billy Joel fan, I mean a big Billy Joel fan of his music, and you know a lot of his songs, and you're tired of seeing these shows with all the hits, May 23rd, North Shore, Nassau County, Port Washington, David will be doing a show where he's going to play a bunch of non-hits, and he's also going to take requests. So that's at the Landmark Theater in Port Washington, Tuesday, May 29th. Go check out David. Go check him out. Also sticking with the Billy Joel thing, I'll mention Mike Del Giudice. Mike Del Giudice, go check him out. He does Live on the Porch here on Facebook, just like I'm doing with you live. He knows better than to do it on Tuesdays. He did it once, once, and he'll never do it again. So check out his Live on the Porch. He's also doing a Billy Joel Rarity show sometime in May. I think May 9th at the Iridium. So go check out Mike. Lisa Lancer Russell's watching. Hello, Lisa. Good to see you. I think that's all with all the Billy Joel related stuff, because there's a lot. Okay, but all right, sticking with musicians, another former guest, John Laspina, another Hicksville graduate. His band Rubik's Cube, they're playing Thursday. What's today's date? Oh, they're playing Friday. Excuse me. They're playing Friday, February 9th, at the Gramercy Theater in New York City. Rubik's Cube. Oh, I have this. Rubik's Cube. If you like 80s music, you're going to love Rubik's Cube. You're going to love them. They do, they dress up like people from the 80s. They dress up like Cher, and they wear all the, all the fluorescent stuff, the mullets, and, and they play all the big hits of the 80s. A lot of fun. John is the drummer. They're playing the Gramercy Theater Friday, February 9th, this Friday. And February 24th, they're playing Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. So go check them out. Were you here for John? No, I don't think you were. Another former guest, Dom DeBarry, our good friend Dom. Dom, I apologize. I think Dom actually wanted to come on the show tonight as we talk about former guests. I know he called me a couple times today. Sorry, Dom, I didn't see that you called until after. Sorry we didn't get to have you on tonight. That would have been fun to catch up with Dom and see what he's got going on. I'll wish his father Joe a happy birthday. Joe turned 60 a few days ago, so big happy birthday to Joe. Other than that, Dom is Dom. Dom is the mayor. He talks to everybody. Yeah, that's all I got on Dom. Very exciting news. Kimberly Masonette is watching. Hi, Kimberly Masonette. What's your last name? Oh, all right. I was looking for your married name. It just says Kimberly Masonette. So hi. All these Hicksville people are watching. I love that. So I'll mention again, the reunion is July 21st at the Huntington Hilton. Everybody come. Everybody, everywhere. Even you people watching from England, just come. It'll be a lot of fun. So what other guest updates do we have? I mentioned David. I mentioned Elio, John Laspina, Frank Walker. We talked about Bobby Sen. I mentioned Les. Oh, Eric Tattaglione. What else do I have up here? Okay, I got some other stuff. Eric Tattaglione, our guest last week. Very, very funny comedian. Just an all-around great guy. February 11th, which is this Sunday. And February 17th. He's performing his show, My Big Fat Dysfunctional Life, at the Broadway Comedy Club in New York City. Go check Eric out. Really, really funny. But check out his website. He's got a lot of dates, whether it's here on the island or in New York City. He's all over the place. He's great. February 17th, you can catch him at Governor's. Good old Governor's. You can catch Eric there. And his wife, Susan, the spicy psychic who was also with us last week, had some cool things to... she actually said some cool things to me after we wrapped up the show, which was very impressive. She has a show at Umberto's in Franklin Square in February, but it is sold out, ladies and gentlemen, so you cannot go. But March 13th, you can go to Umberto's in Franklin Square and see her then. You get a you get a one-on-one reading, and you get a good dinner at Umberto's. Franklin Square. Go check out Susan the Spicy Psychic, and check her out on Facebook. She posts, other upcoming dates all the time. Also, pat me on the back again. Pat me. I know, Susan, I heard through the grapevine that someone that saw you on our show last week has booked you for a private reading. Who's this? Mary Jude Fischetti Austin says hello. Hello, Mary Jude Fischetti Austin.
Maybe she's a Jew.
You gotta be kidding me, Hi. Wow. Hi, it's moving right along. Another former guest. I'm going to beat him. Another former guest, Chris Monty. One of the best comedians you'll ever see. Just a funny, hilariously funny guy. He is playing February 9th in the Poconos. Ooh. I remember as a kid, that's the place where all the old folks went to. You know? Chip off the old block, Teresa Belden says, maybe. Maybe. It's definitely karma coming back. That's for sure. Yeah, February 9th, Chris will be at the Poconos. Yeah, when we were kids, that was like, the place all the grandmothers went to. Now it's a cool place to go to. I'm getting old. But you can go there this weekend and see Chris Monty. So that's definitely cool. February 9th, Chris Monty, February 10th, he will be at Plattdeutsch. He will be at the Plattdeutsch. February 22nd, Chris will be at Snappers Comedy Club in Palm Harbor, Florida. Look at Chris flying all over the country like a big star that he is. Michael Accurso, another former guest. Great, fantastic singer. Sat right there and belted out Journey tunes and whatever else he sang. Couldn't believe it. He's playing this weekend, February 10th, at the Homestead Restaurant in Oyster Bay. Lots going on this weekend, which is good. Get it all out of the way this weekend so that you can start coming to Knock 'em Dead comedy shows. Knock 'em Dead comedy shows. Knock 'em Dead comedy. We're coming, man. We're coming at you. We're all over the place. In fact, let me show you. Nope, that's the wrong button. That's the right button. This is the Knock 'em Dead Comedy website. This is the Knock 'em Dead Comedy website. You can hit show dates and check out our schedule.
There's not much in the schedule.
There's a lot in the schedule because we are the best. He's going to get one of those gloves in his mouth. February 23rd, music trivia at the Space in Westbury. We're, like I mentioned, opening up for the Lords. February 24th, we're going to be at the Guilford Mooring in Connecticut. Now that show, pat me on the back. That show sold out in 3 days. That's right. You're not the only rock star, Chris Monty. Knock 'em Dead Comedy sold out in 3 days at the Guilford Mooring. So we're going to do an encore show there. They're looking to do something in April or May for our special encore. So stay tuned for that. March 3rd, you can catch Knock 'em Dead Comedy at Governor's, the #1 comedy troupe, performing at the #1 comedy club in Long Island. Buy your tickets. We need to sell the crap out of this show because we're getting good responses at Governor's. The more if we continue to get a good response there, we perform in the little room there. But the more we sell out, Governor's is going to eventually put us in the main room, the main stage, which is a pretty big deal. You name anybody in comedy, they played there. Seinfeld, Robert Klein, Piscopo, Howard Stern, Kevin James, Chris Rock, you name them, they've played there. If you saw the movie if you saw the movie a few years ago, Robert De Niro, called The Comedian, him and Danny DeVito, they even filmed some of that at Governor's. So now you can see Knock 'em Dead Comedy there, March 3rd. March 3rd. Put that in your calendar right now.
Is Governor's like a new place? Like your new main place? Like I remember there was like that Italian restaurant.
That Italian restaurant, you cannot find us there anymore. That place sucks.
Yeah, but that was like your main place. But now is it like Governor's your main place?
We're hoping. We're trying to make it our main place.
Seems like you've been doing that like at Governor's a lot.
Yeah, we've been there every 6 weeks or so lately. Oh, all right. Well, March 5th, Monday. If weekends are tough or you're doing other things, and now there's no more Monday Night Football, March 5th, Monday, March 5th, you can catch us at Mims Restaurant, M-I-M-S, Mims Restaurant in Roslyn. We'll be there Monday, March 5th. March 8th, which is a Thursday, we'll be at the Starving Artist Cafe in Franklin Square. Yes, in Franklin Square. The Starving Artist Cafe, which is owned by Jeff, not Jeff Siegel, Jeff, I forget his last name, but he's a Hicksville guy. There you go, Jeff the Hicksville guy.
His name is just Jeff. No last name. Just Jeff.
March 9th, we're doing a Knockin' Dead Comedies in Lynbrook, fundraiser for a PTA. And then April is crazy busy. April 7th, you can catch us in Hicksville. We'll be performing at the Knights of Columbus in Hicksville. We'll be performing at the Wanto Fire Department, which is right down the block from us. Where are we? It's that way. The Wanto Fire Department, April 13th. April 21st at Center Reach Fire Department. April 26th for a PTA in Northport, I think. April 28th, we'll be performing in New Jersey. Grace Lutheran Church in New Jersey. We'll be there. So, yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff. Anything close to March 20th? No, that's right after St. Patrick's Day. So, people, they need a week. They need a week to sober up after St. Patrick's Day. So no, I don't think we have anything March 20th. Sorry, Teresa. So the Governors or the Mims show are close to that. The Starving Artist show is close to that. Or if you feel like coming on down to Hicksville, April 7th we'll be there. Okay. Lots of great guests. If you just listening to all this stuff we have going, that these guests have going on. We've had a lot of talented, cool people on the show. Very grateful to all of them for taking their time out to be here. It's not like they're getting paid or anything, and they come here late. Kurt Knapp was constantly complaining when he was here. I got to stay up till 10 o'clock. I go to bed at 4. And then as he sat here for the hour, he just kept complaining that he had to pee. So, but he made it. He made it through. We have a lot of great people on this show. So I thank them all for being here. I thank you guys for watching all the time. Did I miss anybody? The Generators who were just on our show 2 weeks ago. Such a fun band, nice people. They play great songs. They played a few songs for us, which was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that. They're playing February 11th at the Holtzville Fire Department. They're doing a fundraiser for the Suffolk Independent Living Organization. So that helps people with disabilities. So it's a worthy cause. Check that out. They're at Broadway 247 on February 17th and Bacaro in Massapequa Park February 24th. So go see the Generators. Tell them I sent you. You will not be disappointed. They are great. You'll just love them. So that, I believe, is everybody. I mentioned David Elio, John Laspina, Frank, Jester Jim, our old friend Jester Jim, who was juggling flames on our front lawn on our second show. I have him down February 9th at Edith Slocum School in Ronkonkoma. Jim, I'm assuming that's a school event, not a public event, but check out Jester Jim, his website for upcoming appearances. Check him out on Facebook. Most of you know who he is anyway. He is the best. Frank Hess is watching. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Frank. Hi, Frank Hess for watching. Joe Conjemi is watching. Hello, Joe. Jeff Siegel, getting paid. No. But I'll come. You get to hang out with me for an hour. So, you can't put a price tag on that. Did you hear that? Every time the bell rings, an angel gets his wings. I don't know if you heard that, but I don't know, a bell went off.
That's right. That's right.
Chip off the old block. Huh? Definitely a chip off the old block. Okay. So, like I said, next week, we're going to be touring the space with Jeff Siegel. Very excited about that. That's a great place. Jeff's...
Like space?
It's called the space, yes.
Like outer space?
I'm going in a rocket. Jeff Siegel is piloting.
That'd be
And
cool
we'll
to do
we'll
a
be
Tuesday
live.
night with Tony and like a rocket.
From Mars. So, yeah.
Not from Mars, but in a rocket. Going to Mars is like impossible. What are you crazy? Out of your mind?
2 weeks from tonight, the week after we tour the space and promote the Lords of 52nd Street, the following Tuesday, we're actually going to have one of the Lords from 52nd Street on, Richie Cannata. Richie Cannata played saxophone on New York State of Mind, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, and all the Billy Joel hits. Richie Cannata will be our guest. Very excited about that. We're actually, again, getting a tour. Richie owns a studio in Glen Cove, where a lot of cool songs have been recorded by some very special artists. So we'll be getting a tour of Richie's studio. Also with us that night will be the manager of the Lords of 52nd Street, the man who pretty much put the band together. That's Andy Gilmartin. Andy, like I said, is the Lord's manager. He's the one that told me that we're going there in 2 weeks to get a tour. Richie Cannata is in Mexico. I don't think Richie Cannata even knows yet. So, who knows? Maybe we'll show up there that night and he'll say, "What the hell are you doing here? Get lost." Who knows? Or maybe he'll say, "Hey, nice to see you." Or maybe he won't even be there because he doesn't know about it. Who knows? But it should be interesting. So hopefully Andy is not putting me on or pranking me, or punking me, as they say now. So we'll see. But
Right.
That's going to be very exciting. I don't know if Richie's going to play or not. I'll give him $1 to see if he'll play for me. Either way, it's going to be great hanging out with him. He's a great guy, although he's a Yankee fan, just like the Siegel guy. But that's all right. That's cool. We
What?
can talk baseball a little bit. What?
Why is the dude in, what's his name? That's in Mexico?
Richie Cannata.
Why is he in Mexico?
He's on vacation.
Is he doing like a drug deal or something?
Yes, he's doing a drug deal. That's why he's in Mexico.
I mean, that's what you go to Mexico for.
That's what you go to Mexico for? So, all right,
I'm kidding.
so he's attacked Jews and Mexicans tonight.
How did I attack a Jew? I just asked if that person was a Jew. That's all
All
I
right.
did.
All right, one more thing I'd like to push a little bit before we move on to our rapid fire questions and end the show. I know
like to
this
push
show
you.
is a little low key, kind of boring, but I had fun talking about our guests and showing my appreciation,
Yeah, I didn't.
and to you guys, and having Zach back, and yeah, he's done.
My teacher calls me Zach in the back.
Zach in the back. Why? What teacher?
Mr. Hampson.
Why?
Because my name is Zach, and I sit in the back of the room, and I rhyme, and he's my English teacher, so he does that type of stuff, and he sings, so Zach, back, and
It's a great story. That's a really great story.
back in the Zach.
February 17th, ladies and gentlemen. February 17th. At the Starry Night Cafe in Hicksville, of course. Everything's in Hicksville, man. Hicksville's the place to be. Check out the band Mayhem Long Island. Mayhem Long Island is a rock band comprised of differently abled individuals. These guys are fantastic. And I like that wording, differently abled individuals. They're fantastic. They're doing a show at Starry Night Cafe. Starry Night Cafe is a club that is geared towards differently abled individuals. So it's an interesting place. It's a cool place. Individuals like that, love that place. It's a special place for them. So this is going to be a great night. I'm going to check this out. They're playing. Doors open at 4. There's going to be some karaoke and dancing as well. You can get food there, so that's cool. You can buy drinks there. The band. There it is. Sorry, it's right in front of me. the band are actually performing twice. It's 7:30 and 9. So you can get there nice and early and hang out, and you'll have 2 opportunities to see the band. They're fantastic. They're really fantastic. Some of the guys in the band are on the board of the Nassau County Police Athletic League Special Needs Unit, and they do a phenomenal job. That's my connection to this. They run all sorts of programs for special needs individuals. Karate, basketball, bowling, hockey, flag football. Did I say karate? I think I did. I think there's a lacrosse program. They just do phenomenal things. My daughter's in some of their programs. She loves it. She's made some friends. Our friend Dominic DeBarry, he's in it. Dominic DeBarry is a superhero, man. He goes on Friday nights to basketball from 7:30 to 8:30, and then walks across the hall and does karate from 8:30 to I think 10 or whatever time. That's a superhero for you, man. So yeah, they have amazing programs. We've made some great friends there. And March 24th, I'll give you details as I get them. I should have them by next week. March 24th, we're doing a fundraiser where Knock 'em Dead Comedy is going to do a game show, and the band is going to perform as well. I believe the Knights Columbus in Limbrook, but again, I'll have more details on that for you next week. It's going to be that's again a very worthy cause, a very important program. So that'll be great. So yeah, so check out Mayhem Long Island and support the PAL. Okay. That's our show. I know this was kind of a low-key show this week, just hanging out, talking about special guests and things that are going on. But next week's going to be really cool. The following week's going to be very cool. So we got a lot of cool things, apparently. Things are very cool. We're going to have some cool things happening next few weeks, and we're looking forward to a lot of fun and a lot of more great shows. Like I said, this is our 23rd show. It's gotten a really good response. We've had thousands of people watching this show, and that's a shock. That's a real shock to me. This is just doing something for fun. Maybe get a little exposure, have a little fun, promote Knock 'em Dead Comedy, help my friends promote their stuff. But yeah, thousands. And like I said, Pam Murkoff and Elio, they're in England and they watch the show. It blows me away. So thank you. And we're going to continue doing this for a long time, I hope. We're probably going to take summers off. Last year we started August 22nd, so we'll probably take June and July off, and then come back at you again at the end of August, because during the summer everybody's off doing their thing. You don't want to go watch your This Is Us reruns over the summer while we're gone. Okay, all right. So as always, we're going to end the show with. Wow, this is really bringing back memories. Of what, Teresa? Me being a wise ass? And who's that English teacher we had in senior year? I remember you were in the class with me. No, I forget the guy's name. But me and Ronnie Sargent tortured that guy. Skinny, white-haired dude. I forget his name. Ronnie Sargent and I, we used to fart throughout the whole class. That's all we did. I couldn't tell you a single thing I learned in there. I just farted. What are you doing? Why are you...
Well, that's right, the show.
And I had fun having Zach back with us this week. But if he keeps making fun of Mexicans, we'll have to kick him out again for a while. Yes, Teresa remembers all the farting. Thank you, Teresa. Glad I gave you a nice, mushy memory. All right. So as we do every week, we're going to end the show with some rapid-fire trivia questions.
But you have no guests.
Well, you're here. And,
but I'm always here.
And there's people watching. They can answer the questions. But as, you guys know the rules. No Googling anything. Just tell us what you think the answer is. And if you think you have an answer, go ahead and hit me with it. Let's see. Maybe you did learn something in school. I don't know. We'll see. So you guys ready? I don't know about that either. All right, so here we go. Some rapid fire trivia. Here we go. Question number 1. Which book of the Bible follows Exodus? Which book of the Bible follows Exodus?
Isn't there a book of the Bible that's called Exodus?
Okay.
So maybe it's that one.
What is
Exodus
what is
23? I don't know.
what is another term for the sternum?
Wait, the sternum's right.
Which is?
Oh man, I used to
Right.
know this stuff when I was like in 7th grade.
I was gonna say I'm shocked you even got that much.
You shocked I got that I knew where it was?
Slayer is incorrect, Brian. What desert surrounds Las Vegas? What desert surrounds Las Vegas?
No, that's in Africa. Californian.
What movie star's real name is Marion Morrison? What film star's real name was Marion Morrison? This film star has been dead a long time. I'll give you that little clue.
Yeah, that's why I don't know it.
Brian Fester with the correct answer. Breastplate is the correct answer. The clavicle.
Dumbass, the clavicle's right here.
The
Or yeah, it's
don't call people dumbass.
Sorry.
The Mafia Desert, Brian. That was close. The Mojave Desert is correct. That was good. Yep, John Wayne is correct. Wow, more people knew that than I thought. Hello, Lynn Hogan.
wait, John Wayne.
John
Gacy?
John Wayne's real what?
John Wayne Gacy.
Not
He
John
was-
Wayne Gacy.
He's a serial killer.
Not John Wayne Gacy.
You know the dude that dressed up like the clown.
There was a
Killed-
legendary actor named John Wayne. He made lots of westerns, and he was a huge, huge actor in his day. But he's been dead a long time. His real name was Marion Morrison.
In my head, I was thinking Grant Morrison.
Yes, Teresa. Yes, I don't blame you for not wanting to say breast because I do. I lose focus for a minute. You know, when anybody says breast to me.
Who was it before that was saying like that there was like some like breast like segment or something, and you said like that wasn't on last week, or no, you said like nipple segment or
Oh yeah. Bobby Sen mentioned nipples.
yeah.
He was talking about the halftime show. He wanted to see nipple during the halftime show. He wanted to see Justin Timberlake's nipple, apparently.
Well, he got to see mine in tonight's show.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for reminding me of that.
You know, well, no one wants to see your nipple. It's too hairy.
It wasn't really being offered.
It was off with the Sal one time, and so much more.
What?
That time you stood naked in front of Sal.
That time I did what in front of Sal? That time I got naked in front of Sal? What are you talking about?
You don't remember?
I got naked in front of Sal?
You forgot? It wasn't that long ago.
When did I get? I didn't get naked. I took my shirt off.
No. You were in the shower one time and he came over. Wow, you didn't want Mom to like bring your clothes into the bathroom.
Yeah.
So you just walked to your room and you turned to Sal, he was in the living room, and he was just staring off into the distance. And you were like, and he turned to you. I was looking at him, he turns to you and he goes like, oh man! And you start cracking out.
That has to be a good 5 years ago at least.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah, but I did do that.
I just remember he was probably like for like probably like 5 minutes.
Exactly, Teresa. Yes, but no, I'm not getting old. Old is
You see this?
old is a mindset.
You see this white hair? It's supposed to signify when one's body ages, and it's aged for so long to a point where it's almost reached its point of death.
Yeah. Who was the first woman to sail single-handedly around the world?
Christopher Columbus.
To give you, if it helps, I never heard of this person. What did Benjamin Franklin do on April 17th, 1790?
Did he discover America?
Benjamin Franklin discovered America on April 17th, 1790.
Oh, wasn't it 1790? Like, you know, you never heard that? Like, Benjamin Franklin sailed, like, the ocean.
Brian,
Brian
Brian Festa says that, no, Zach, kids caused the gray hair.
Then why is it that people without kids still have gray hair?
He caused a lot of this up here, too.
What?
You caused a lot of this, too. I lost a lot of hair because of you.
Like, he totally just disregarded what I said.
In what U.S. city do all three of the sports franchises use the same two main team colors?
Morocco.
In what U.S. city do three professional sports teams use the same two colors on their uniforms?
Montreal.
Fly a kite. No, that is not what he did, Teresa. That is not what Benjamin Franklin did. Eric Shovlin's here. Expect my authority. Eric Shovlin's here. Okay. Oil wrestling is the national sport of what country?
Japan.
Japan.
Wait, can I tell a story? All right, so there
New
was
York blue and white is incorrect, Brian. I believe that's Giants are the only team that uses that.
Okay.
You want to tell a story? Please.
It's a quick story.
Good.
All right, so there was like this game show, right? I don't remember what it was. I just saw it on YouTube one time, and it was sort of like Jeopardy, where you know, like you gotta do like the categories and say like the number, right? So there's one category that was Japan-U.S. relations. It gets good, and the dude that was selecting it, he was like, he pronounced it as, because it was Japan-U.S. relations, he pronounced it as Jap-anus relations for 400.
Is that true?
And then the announcer guy, he was like, "That is wrong, and you know it." Told you it gets good.
Good point, Brian. But the Rangers are just blue and white? No, don't they have... And the Knicks are blue and white? Didn't they? No, the Knicks changed it, didn't they?
Someone needs to catch up in their sports.
I don't know. Chicago's not the answer either. The answer I have, I'll go through all the questions now. Which book of the Bible follows Exodus? Leviticus.
I was thinking Leviticus.
Of course you were.
Oh. Should have said it.
What is another term for the sternum? The breastbone.
Breast lump. Oh.
What desert surrounds Las Vegas? Brian Festa was close with the Mafia Desert. It's called the Mojave Desert.
Mojave?
Brian's
Mojave
been in
is-
Florida since '93. Might be wrong. Yeah, I know, Teresa. He said lump. I know. So yeah, so now he's offended Jewish people. He's offended Mexicans, and now he's
I
offended.
offended feminists.
The film star whose real name was Marion Morrison. Oh, it was John Wayne. We already did that. Who was the first woman to sail single-handedly around the world? Her name was Naomi James. I never heard of her. Alexa doesn't know these answers. Neither does Linda. Linda, I don't know them either. It's our Hicksville education hard at work there. Linda, if you missed it, we're coming back to the Hicksville Knights Columbus, April 7th. What did Benjamin Franklin do April 17th, 1790?
Put himself on the dollar bill.
Put himself on the dollar bill thingy.
Wait, who is it that's not a president that's on the...
Thank you, Brian, for the pass. Well, Benjamin Franklin was not a president, but
he is on the dollar? Okay.
he's on a bill.
Yeah.
But April 17th, 1790. I'll tell you what Abraham Lincoln. I'll tell you what Benjamin Franklin did on April 17th, 1790. He died. That's what he did.
I was close. I was thinking that he murdered somebody.
So the answer I have for the city with 3 sports teams with the same 2 colors on the uniforms, Pittsburgh. The Steelers, the Pirates.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Sweaty Pittsburgh, am I right? Especially this guy. Right, Monkey?
Did you call me monkey? Oil wrestling is the national sport of what country? Turkey.
Goddamn Turkish man.
Oh my god. All
Actually,
right.
this girl in my class that's from Poland, I thought she was from Turkey for the longest.
All right. Before we piss anybody else off, thank you for watching. It was a fun night. I know, not very exciting, but it was fun. Again, next week we're going to be live from the Space in Westbury, getting a tour of the theater, hanging out with Jeff Siegel, who's one of the head muckety mucks over there, and one of the funniest guys you'll meet. I'll also be revealing, for those of you who missed it in the beginning, this is the socket for, for my prosthetic leg. This is, for my stump, it sits in here, and then the prosthetic leg is here. This is what I call my tattoo. It's a Mets emblem. I've had it since the very first leg I had back. I've been an amputee since 2005. Next week, I believe I'll have my new socket on with a brand new tattoo, and I'm very excited to show you guys what it is. So that'll be next week. And we'll be live from the Space with Jeff Siegel. Hope you guys tune in. Hope you guys will enjoy that. Hope you guys enjoyed today. 2 weeks from tonight, we will be with Richie Kanata, world-class musician.
I don't know how you do this.
That's Zach. Say goodbye, Zach. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you next Tuesday at 9 o'clock live from the Space. Again, share these videos. Tell all your friends. Hit the hearts and likes. And we'll see you. Thank you guys. I'm gonna go. Good night, Brian. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. I gotta turn this off. I'm gonna kill my son. Good night, guys.
Wish me luck.